Two people in the room. Garrett.
Hey,
Awesome.
to let you all in. Hi, everyone. Welcome. We're at ABA Tech Show.
Good to see everyone. We're letting in more people as we speak. People are showing up. It's 101. We'll get this thing really started in just a couple minutes here.
It's a beautiful day in Chicago.
It is a beautiful day. It's a
So
beautiful day for an ABA Tech Show. Thanks for joining us for our webinar today. Those of you who are joining us live, if you're going to eventually be watching this as a recording, we're glad you're joining us in the future. Our future selves thank you as well.
this is day 3 for me at ABA Tech Show. I got here 2 days ago. I got to see Startup Alley. Startup Alley, for those of you that don't know, is a series of a pitch. It's like a pitch con. You pitch your new tech company, and whomever wins gets, I think, a monetary prize. Partners of ours, Callbox, which helps collect AR. They won the BitchCon and he was shocked. He had no idea. If you don't know, go find him on LinkedIn. Check out that company, Callbox. They collect AR, so you don't have to.
You know, we jumped into talking about cool stuff, and we should really kind of introduce ourselves
We
to
should.
everybody.
We should.
So,
We should.
uh, ladies first.
Okay, I'm Corinne. I'm owner of a company called Simple Smart Solo. I primarily work with estate planning and probate law firms, and I help them get the most out of Clio. I pretty much build out Clio Grow and Clio Manage. That's my lane. I'm sticking to it. That's what I do.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm David Wilner from Streamline Legal, where we also help people get the most out of Clio. It's like we're a synergy of meant to be.
Just helpers.
That's what we do. That's what we do. We are here live at the ABA Tech Show in downtown Chicago, where it's being held at the McCormick Center Lakeside. Lake Michigan is that way. I can, yeah.
I can see it.
It's right over there.
Looks
We
good.
are in the quietest place that we could find so that Corinne and I could talk to all of you and give you a little bit of a recap of what's going on here at ABA Tech Show. Fun fact, Corinne and I met at ABA Tech Show 10 years ago,
We did.
almost to the day, which is very cool. I was at ABA Tech Show with my wife, Melanie Leonard, whom some of you Streamline people out there know very well. We were investigating things in pre-Streamline legal world when Melanie had her solo law practice, and we were learning about all the legal tech options in the world, and we had the good fortune of meeting Corinne that day.
Yeah, I was in a coaching program and we were learning how to better communicate, how to sell, essentially. We had to learn how to ask questions. They were putting us through teachings about that. And what we were doing is we had partnered with a puppy rescue, like a dog shelter, some type of like animal shelter rescue. And people would come to the booth if they wanted to pet a puppy. And Melanie wanted to pet a puppy.
That was her dream for the day.
That's
We're still admitting more people into the room. This is great.
yeah.
Hi, welcome on in to those of you who are new to the webinar. Corinne, David, we were just talking about puppies, but we're eventually going to talk about, and the puppies are here.
And the puppies are still
It's
here. I wish
like
we
the,
could walk around. Goals for next year is we need to make this like a walking
yeah, like a
web.
GoPro on your head.
Be fun.
That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. So
Okay.
we see some familiar faces that are joining us live. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, Garrett? I'm very happy to see some friends here. This is cool. Yeah, let's jump into it, shall we?
Yeah. What we did is we made a list. We've been walking the floor and we made a list of a few low tech things. I consider them low tech, even though for some people they might be like high tech.
I was gonna say it's high or low tech depending on your point of view and all this stuff. Yeah.
And then there's some fancy stuff here, things that have been all over LinkedIn and all over the internet.
Dare we say the high-end learning curve, upper echelons of tech in legal.
Dare I whisper the word Harvey? Harvey.
We'll get
We're gonna
there.
talk a
We'll
little bit
get there.
about.
We'll talk about them. That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's
So
cool.
should we start
Yeah,
going down the list?
let's dig in. I'm gonna play the part of the person who is dying to know what are the things that you, consultant extraordinaire, see out there on the horizon for the specifically the small to
Okay.
solo, small, maybe even the medium-sized firm. But we know that most of the people that are watching this are solo or small firm.
Okay.
What's set off your radar? What's first?
Everyone here is trying to save time. And everyone here is divorcing the idea that they have to do it all. Everyone here is in the mode of segregating the administrative stuff and getting it off their plate. So if they're an attorney, they're saying, this is the stuff that's not worth my time. What can AI do for me that I am still stuck doing? So there is the theme of AI on every booth here. And
Yep.
it's comical because even if it's a lower tech item, they're still trying to figure out a way to get AI like printed on the booth.
It's the buzzword
It's
of
the
the
bu-
entire
it's
convention.
everything. We have the tech show schedule for 3 days, and
It says AI on every
it
single
does.
slide.
It's there's just AI on every single thing here, but definitely tiny little word, 2 letters AI, but big questions. Let's talk about that for a second. The big question is people want to feel safe using the AI in the practice, and they want to know what tools and what products they can select that have already been vetted. So coming to this, I think is a really good plan. If you didn't come this year, definitely come next year. This is the group to follow, I think, to let this be your sounding board. You can come here, you can stand, talk to people on 101. People are really spending a lot of time with people at the booths, where in the past, I think we were all like window shopping and we would walk by. Instead, people are sitting at booths for half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, picking the brains of these reps, saying, is it okay to do this? And does the AI for this particular product, does it hallucinate? What are the risks? What should I be doing? A lot of topics here on whether, if you are going to take AI and implement it in your firm, if you're going to use something like Claude or Gemini, ChatGPT, what type of it can you use? What's the safest thing? And then is it now finally time to sit down before you deploy any of this and develop a policy, a written policy for your team? So it's something that goes in your employee handbook.
You said, should you? And
Well,
we're going to
yeah.
answer that right now. Ready? Yes,
Yes.
you should.
Yes. Yes. I've been in several rooms here this week, and I was in some other rooms in Charlotte, North Carolina recently, all with mid to large size law firms. And the question was asked, how many of you in this room have done a written policy and procedure for both how you need your client to utilize AI? What are the rules of the road? And what is the policy and procedure of for use in the law firm? And
Can I
guess,
can I guess?
yeah,
I'm gonna go nobody.
no, nobody raised their hands.
Yeah,
And
there
at
you go.
one point there was like an audible gasp, like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
in the
Oh my
room.
God,
And that
what
was
have
from
we all forgotten to do? Yeah.
that was the presenter. The
Yeah.
presenter, I think she at least expected a few hands to go up,
Yep.
and it didn't. Yeah.
That's the problem with, I think, people rushing to implement a new system before they fully realize
Right.
that there needs to be a little forethought put into how is that going to affect not just me in my day-to-day use, but the overall relationship with my clients. And yes, we're policy people at Streamline Legal as well as Simple Smart Solo.
Yeah, I think you give your team and your clients the rules of the road. Family law attorneys that I'm friends with have been telling me that they're wasting a lot of time on the phone or in email with their clients because they're giving an update or they're sharing their best steps to move forward, let's say in a custody or a divorce. And the client is taking the information, pasting it into a chat GPT or a Gemini, and then it's coming back to the attorney saying, I'm questioning your authority. And this is all billable time and it's becoming a power struggle. And they're saying,
Yeah.
You hired me to give the advice. Why are you going out to the AI asking? And that may or may not be true, but it's really becoming a hornet's nest. Just this week, I spoke to a law firm who said, oh, this is a really great idea. And I sent some samples. I'm clearly not an attorney. I don't make the final decisions here, but said, here, you need to vet some of this language that you could put in your retainer agreement and or your employee manual. This stuff like has to be dealt with. It feels remember 10 years ago when people would come in the law firm with their, I don't know where mine is right now, their smartphones, and people would play music or text or, right? Or take pictures with this. Or sometimes people would be watching YouTube or like a video or something on their phone and we worried that was distracting and we didn't know what it did to productivity. Should we have a
Yep.
policy, a procedure on this? Okay, some firms wrote down a policy and a procedure on it, and then people knew what the rules were. Yeah, I think you need to do this
New
for everyone.
generation of technology, new
Absolutely.
generation of having to come up with the solutions. Indeed.
Yeah.
By the way, you were talking about how people were spending a lot of time at the booth working with the reps,
Yeah.
and that is a wonderful thing. One thing that I also noticed is that the early adopting firms that are bringing in some of these technologies
Yeah.
are available to give their testimonials to non-adopters yet. Like people want to be like, ooh, are you using fill in the blank, Harvey, Billable's
Right.
AI, Clio work? That's certainly one that we're working with all the time. How is it going for your firm? What's going on? So I think that's one of the great things about ABA Tech Show is it is an opportunity to pull a lot of the diverse firms together that are maybe they don't have the same practice areas. It doesn't matter what they're bound together by their experimentation with the new technologies and what's working for you. I just when I got here before the expo floor even opened, I sat down at a table and I overheard multiple firms, talking about the pros and cons of different AI solutions that they were working with. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that's what makes the ABA Tech Show still wonderfully valid more than just shopping an overwhelming number of AI potential solutions is that
Yeah.
you're meeting the firms, meeting the people that are actually implementing and using it. How is this working for you in your use case scenario?
Yeah, that was, oh, I went to the Clio party
Oh,
last night. That was a good time. Excellent food.
Leo after
The
dark.
drinks were free,
I'll take your word for it.
flowing. I definitely had many desserts, not drinks. You judge me if you want, but they had a candy table, big candy table. I have pictures of that. Regardless, that was the best.
That's where stuff's happening.
That's where
That's
stuff
where
was happening,
the
right? Last
it's,
night.
it's not so much just the party, it's also all the conversations.
I met some super brains. It was
Yeah.
so much fun. And they were telling me like what they do and their side projects and their side hustles and the
Yeah.
tech that they're dreaming about. And I was like, this is wild. It's
Yeah.
really fun to be in that room. But we should talk about some of the tech.
Yeah, I was gonna
The
say
people are probably starting to get FOMO here. We at least need to give them something. Tell them like,
no. So
this is what I saw.
to recap the first 10 minutes of discussion, yes, you should
Yeah.
come to ABA Tech Show.
You-
It is still a very valid and wonderful conference in the legal tech scene. I personal bias, love me some CleoCon. I love it in October, which is wonderful. With the exception of having to come to Chicago in the I guess this is springtime, but
Yeah.
today it feels wintry. With the exception of the fact that it's Chicago and not the best time of year here in my hometown, it's a great it's a great conference. So please consider coming next year. In the meantime, Corinne and I are here to tell you a little bit about some of the highlights. So jump in. What's highlight number one?
Okay, highlight number one is a personal favorite of mine. It's called Tempello AI. So if you follow me, I probably have mentioned this before because it's so simple. If you have any accounts receivable in your firm right now,
They do.
then they also need to just go sign up for Tempello. Tempello AI, it offers AI powered tools designed to help law firms work more efficiently. It's going to make sure that you don't miss out on all of this quiet billable time. I know I started talking about AR. Just put a pin in that for a second. What's worse than AR is stuff that you don't even bill for. There's piles of time in many law firms that just never even get accumulated, accrued, and they don't end up on a bill anywhere. So it definitely helps to improve how your team manages their drafting time, especially in email. They have a integration with email, and then it dumps into certain of the case management software. So like Tempello integrates with Clio, and it automatically is bringing the time in there, and then you don't have to hunt for it. So people report that Tempello pays for itself immediately.
Yeah.
And
Found money. Oh, yeah.
found money left and right. I think I have it. Yeah. Check it out. Captures 25% more billable time directly from your inbox. So all about the time capture, automatic email time tracking, no plugins, no downloads, works across all devices. So not just the computer you're working on. And then definitely integrates with Clio and my case. But now they have a separate feature that they probably rolled out at least 6 months ago, if longer. It's called Bill Checker. So Bill Checker is pretty cool. It cuts down on your review time. So not everyone has a review process that's perfection. I'm not judging you, but you get Bill Checker and you can do Tempello, and you are on like easy street for cutting down on missing time and the value of that time. It also crawls your fee agreements if you want to, and makes sure that you're charging the correct rate for the correct matter. It looks at all of your activities or your time that you put in. It makes sure that everything is spelled correctly, not a complex integration. Very good. Very good product. This is not their first year. They've been around for a handful of years. Definitely check out Tempello. I have not met anyone in all this time that has rejected it,
Yeah.
for those that have tried it.
So like
How's Tempello?
30,000-foot view of what we're talking about with Tempello right here.
Yeah.
And I think this is the magic answer to so many of the AI solutions. And we'll get to the next one in a second. It's just saying for you to personally go through each and every one of your matters and figure out where you are missing time and are you billing at the correct amount. And this is the tedium of law firm management that these companies are creating AI solutions to allow you to trust their product to do it for you, makes you more money, makes you more productive. This is what all of these solutions are doing, not necessarily in the billing world. But this is great. And this is why we see the AI as the revolution that is going to be changing not just the legal industry, but every industry. But of course, we're focused on our beloved legal industry. That's a great starting place. I love it.
Next.
Number 2, hit it.
Okay, non-AI, but something, I know.
What?
This is just the thing. This is the thing that everybody swirls around. They go round and round. They go, who should I hire? What should I do? Okay. I am going to stay agnostic.
That's right.
Okay. But Spotlight Branding is a company that handles law firm marketing. I have 2 on the list that we're going to go through, but Spotlight Branding is helping law firms stand out with done for you marketing. So if you are maybe a solo that's just starting out and you're overwhelmed by, I got to make a website. Everyone's telling me to get on the socials. I don't even know what socials I should be on. And can I be the same person on each social? Can I just use my personal page and open it up to the masses? Like, I heard I need a newsletter. Do I do paper mailings? Is it digital? What do I do? Okay, just, you can reach out to Spotlight Branding. They are wonderful. They're going to help you come up with a consistent brand, figure out who you are, help you show up professionally online. They work exclusively in the legal space, and they frankly help law firms get what they need. So they do web design, content, social media, newsletters, and then tie it up with a bow and figure out your marketing. Spotlight Branding, great company. They have a podcast that's out there. I was just a guest on it. I just recorded one last week. I don't think it's out there yet with Spotlight
all.
Branding.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're thinking about marketing and you just are tired of doing it yourself, DIY is not for everything.
So as our local Spotlight expert that you have now become, I have a question
okay.
that maybe don't, but so obviously the overwhelm of marketing is especially felt by the solo practitioner. Is Spotlight geared more towards the solo, the small firm? Is it like if you're a medium firm, should you still be going to them? What's their target client? Or did you get a feel from them of who would be best for you?
That's a really good question. I think they are 100% in their lane in the legal space. And I was actually just at a conference with them too. I feel like they can handle it.
Okay.
I wouldn't rule them out for bigger than small.
Yeah, but definitely we can send our solo practitioner friends or small firm
Small
1 to 5.
boutique style, yeah.
Absolutely. Go check them out.
I would
Yeah.
definitely
Take the marketing off your plate so that you can be a better lawyer. Don't have to be the marketing agent of your firm all the
No,
time.
you can't wear all the hats, especially if you're growth mindset and you're growing and you're like, I'm here now and I want to go there and then I want to go
Yes.
there. You can't
Exactly.
do it all.
Yeah.
Nope.
You got it. That's a fantastic one. Again, didn't even say the word AI the entire time that we talked about spotlight branding. It made me so happy.
I know, I didn't. Okay, we should talk about an AI one.
Yeah.
I'm worried that we're gonna run out of time.
Oh no, no, no. We're gonna
Okay,
we're gonna jump in. I think I know which one you're going to. Are we talking candle?
we can talk candle.
Go for it.
Light a candle.
Yeah, light a
Okay.
candle. There.
Candle AI helps firms streamline
Oh, I like that one.
their business development and their client relationships using AI.
Yeah.
It's helping attorneys identify opportunities and stay on top of relationships, grow their practice without adding more to their plates.
You had an opportunity to talk to Candle AI while you were cruising through the floor, or was it more just quick presentation? What made them stand out to you? Do you remember?
Another huge time saver.
Specifically as an email assistant, was that the point that made things better from, let's be honest, everyone's got their AI solution. So I know our guests that are watching the podcast, whether live or in recording, they want to be like, which one do I really need? What does this one bring in?
Reclaim the workday.
I love that. That's good.
Yeah, they were saying that legal professionals are spending 50%, 50, of their day on emails.
Ugh.
They're in there like 50% of their day. They're sitting like this, just reading and digesting their emails.
That sounds marginally horrifying. And
Yeah.
we all know that's exactly what all lawyers are doing. So
It's bad.
we're gonna use some of we're using our AI tools to free up the busy work that inundates our entire day so that we can actually get back to the practicing of law.
Yeah, because I think that's what we're trying to do, right? Is get these chunks of time. So it's an email assistant.
Sure.
And all of these things are not a lot of money. I know, like it feels like there's all these apps being thrown at you, and when you look at your expenses in QuickBooks, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm spending money on this and I'm money on that. Okay,
Yeah, but if you can reclaim an hour or two a day every single day, that pays for itself.
I think so. I do think you have to track that stuff too. Just like we have to look at all the apps that we pay for. What are the like TV apps?
Seriously, just thinking between HBO and Prime Video and
So
all that. Exactly. Is it actually cheaper than cutting the cable?
did you know on your iPhone you have a subscription tab and you can look and see all the subscriptions that you're paying for? And then I look at it like once every couple months and I go, am I still using all of this stuff? You have to decide.
Exactly.
So with, here's one to consider adding to the pile. I
Yep.
think this one's really good. Candle AI is going to let you see the case and the client info right there in the email. It's going to help you compose email and you can even do templates with it too. So definitely check that out.
Awesome.
We got some more people coming in. So we're
More
gonna let
people
them in.
coming in. Hi, new people that
Right.
are joining our webinar. Awesome. Here we are. We're about 1:26 or so Chicago time. If you're just joining our webinar, again, my name is David Wilner. I'm here from Streamline Legal. This is Corinne Rogers from Simple Smart Solo. We're here at the ABA Tech Show in downtown Chicago, talking to you guys all about some of the great tech companies that are showcasing their wares here at the conference. We've talked about a few already. One of the overarching themes, of course, of the entire conference this year, no surprise, is AI. How do we use AI in our day-to-day lives as attorneys, or in our case, as consultants, helping attorneys get the most out of their practice management software? We've gone through a few already, and Corinne has spent a couple days here already working the exhibition floor in the rooms behind us, telling us some of her personal favorites that we've seen along the way.
Yeah, I think I got 20,000 steps.
Oh, yeah. Everything is very spread out here. We are in a central little chill area. All the crazy action is behind that wall behind us where the expo room is. Yeah. So we've got a few more people that we just let in.
Hi.
Let's keep busting through
we only have 30 minutes. I gotta go. I have to jump on an airplane.
We will be standing in a TSA line for 5 hours.
No, it's gonna be like 5 minutes. I have TSA pre-check. I'm hoping, but I am a little nervous. So it's 5 o'clock flight. Gonna leave here in about a half an hour. Okay. I do want to touch on this one and really quick.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a short blurb because you have to reach out and do the demo. So Harvey.
Yes. A lot of talk about Harvey here.
Sexy booth.
Okay.
very sexy looking booth. It was
Yeah.
completely plain, on brand. If you go to the website, Harvey is black and white. It's all black background with white letters,
Yeah.
Harvey. And they are the answer to utilizing and deploying AI in big law.
That's how I think of
been the
them.
market.
They're the giant firm's solution.
Right.
Why is everyone buzzing, Corinne?
So I was surprised to see them here
Yeah.
because I don't know, I still think of this for mid-sized to small law firms.
Most
I
of the
feel
people that attend this are mid or smaller, yeah, and a lot of solos that are here as well.
I would think that
Yeah.
like big law, they're at Legal Week in New York, or they're
Absolutely.
at these like other huge conferences or something specific to their practice areas that they're big law firms or
100%.
like I don't know. They all have CTOs.
They're sending their
C-suite.
underlings,
Right.
but it's
So
not necessarily what ABA Tech Show is all about. And yet,
So I walked up to Harvey and I said, "Hi, I don't really know that much about you. I'm learning about you. I hear you are the answer, though, to utilizing AI that is HIPAA compliant in law firms. But I thought you were only for big law firms." And she said, "Nope, we just started boutique."
right.
So if you are a smaller size law firm and you're looking to consider Harvey, I would definitely reach out to them, do a demo, see what the pros and cons are, and see if it's the right fit for you. But for people that are people that are working with teams and you're struggling to get buy-in, it's a good AI tool. What was really cool is that it can train just on your data if you want it to. You can shut off the outside data. If you don't want it to be connected to a search engine like Google, for example, you can toggle it off and say, no, you're only training on our master S drive or M drive or our cloud saved documents in Google Drive. You can just have it do that and it doesn't get deployed outside. So there's a lot more control from what I understand with Harvey than compared to some of its competitors.
Do you know? I'm asking you like you're the Harvey rep,
I'm
but
not, but it was definitely
they
all over the place.
they
like
seem to be practice management agnostic as well. Like they were
Yeah.
working across the board.
Yeah, they seem to be very compatible with things, but they're really big on security. That's the biggest thing. No model training, enterprise, which means big, like enterprise level features, but for boutique. And then lots of written procedure and documentation, again, related to security. So if that's something that you really want to go down the rabbit hole in, I think they might be in first place for being able to answer those questions and feel that like the person's being heard. Yeah. So go check out Harvey. Okay. Back
Cool.
to some other things.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Clio really quick.
I was gonna say, like, when you said they're
Okay.
the number one, I'm like,
My gifts.
part of me is
Check this out. Okay.
it's good.
They had umbrellas. That was nice because it poured rain here last night.
Keep it on screen.
Oh, sorry.
See your fancy swag.
Oh, all the lights just went out.
They're coming back.
All the lights are coming back on. This happened yesterday too.
Yes,
This
it
was so weird. Anyway,
This is a high-end production that
this
we have
is
going here, everybody.
my Clio travel bag. That's what I got. That's my swag. Is it swag or swag?
You know what? It's swag.
only picked one thing.
Stuff we aren't getting.
I was offered socks. I was offered an umbrella, golf balls, and I said, no, I'll take a bag that I could put inside a bag and take it home.
Beyond the swag.
Okay.
Beyond the swag. Clio, as we all know, they're the ubiquitous practice management software on the scene right now.
Also the major sponsor.
The
of
major
ABA Tech
sponsor of ABA Tech Show.
First
Absolutely.
booth that you saw when you walked in.
100%. Many people that attend ABA Tech Show are already in the Clio ecosystem. Streamline Legal as a company, we used to work with all the different practice management softwares. We filtered our focus into being Clio specific. And I spent most of my time over at the Clio booth talking with them about their myriad of AI solutions. That is the undeniable future direction of Clio services. We all know that they have the Clio Manage, where that's their fundamental piece of their puzzle. Clio Grow for the intake and developing of your clients. There's all sorts of pieces of the puzzle, but none newer and none more exciting than their Clio Work. This is a whole new lights. Sorry about that, everybody. We are fully not in control of the lighting here. Clio Work. This is their AI-driven workspace area not for running the firm, so to speak. That's what Manage is all about. But Clio Work is to actually help you get your work done. And it is a major, we're talking $1 billion investment from the Clio people. This was released back at the Clio convention, the cloud convention. They just call it ClioCon now, back in October. We've had about 5 months of seeing it in action as well as demos at the Clio booth
Yeah.
today and seeing what their built-in AI, which they call Vincent, within
Yep.
the Clio Work ecosystem, what it's capable of doing. And I have to say, as much as you love Harvey, that's how much I love Vincent and Clio Work. I think that is the go-to right now for anyone that's already in the Clio world. If you are using Manage to control your matters, to work yourself through the management of your law firm, and you want to say, David, what is the one add-on in the AI world that we should go to because we're overwhelmed? There's 1,000 things that are out there. What's the one that's going to make the biggest difference for us? I think it might be Clio Work. I think it integrates beautifully with what you already have within Clio. Hopefully, you are already optimizing your use of Clio. If you're not, talk to
Yeah.
Streamline Legal or Simple Smart Solo or any CCC, Clio certified consultant that can help you do things better. That said, Clio Work is taking things to the next level for your research, for your drafting, for your everything. And it is a closed system AI as well. This is a
Right.
non-hallucinating, like I made a video for Streamline Legal all about the horrors of using Chat GPT to draft your
Yeah.
court documents and there's literally horror stories you can look up on YouTube about lawyers getting busted for
So
presenting things that are dead, like not real that
I just thought I was hallucinating for a second. So
What's up?
I just have to say this
Go
because
for it.
I
Yeah.
don't know if what they can see in the background. I don't know if you can see what's going on in the background, but so we're at the Cormorec in Chicago at the Hyatt. This is a giant conference center. It's huge. At the same time, another conference just kicked off today, and I think it's called the CBE2. So which is
C2E2.
sorry,
Yeah.
C2E2. Go ahead and Google it.
It's
It is
like
the
Comic-Con.
opposite.
Yeah.
It's Comic-Con. It's Chicago's version of Comic-Con. So for those of you that are into like the Avengers or Marvel, I don't have this microchip, by the way, so I don't even know
Yeah, so
how to explain this.
they are like literally walking past us. And so there's like half lawyers behind us and half costumed superheroes.
Yeah, like there's
So if you see someone go by looking like Wonder Woman or
Yeah.
Spider-Man,
yes, and that's tame.
to put yeah,
it
exactly. No,
mildly.
there's some interesting outfits.
There are some,
Is
as
that
my
being
mother would say, interesting.
interesting choices?
Yes. And there's definitely some nice and warm people because there's people in very furry costumes where they're like head to toe animal
Yeah.
of some sorts. But a lot of the costumes are homemade, which is really amazing.
I do feel overdressed
Okay.
for the occasion.
I definitely
With
do.
that diversion, I'm sorry
Back
if
to
they're
Clio.
if they're
That's-
distracting you in the background of
Some
our
them
video
are,
here.
yeah. Okay. So just
Clio Work.
if here's your homework.
Yes.
If you have if you're on this webinar and you have not reached out to Clio and you have not done a demo of either Clio Work or Manage AI, because these are two different products, and I do think that you need to look at both. If you would have asked me 6 months ago,
Yeah, pre ClioCon, I would have said Manage AI is where you start. That's what you
I would
need.
have said Clio Work. I would have said the opposite.
No, before Clio Work was what I'm saying is
It was
before
Duo,
Clio
right, yeah.
Work came out,
Yes,
they rebranded Clio Duo, which
it's all very confusing.
which I know. So now that's called Manage AI.
Yeah,
Agreed. Now they literally have 4 separate AI products that are all doing different
Yeah.
things. Grow AI, Draft AI, Manage AI,
Yeah.
and Clio Work. And yes, it is our job to keep track of what does what.
Right.
And yes, pre Clio Works release in October, I would have absolutely answered that Manage AI, formerly known as Clio Duo, was your go-to entry point in the AI ecosystem if you are a Clio user.
Yeah.
Agreed, 100%.
So the homework is if you haven't done a demo, you need to carve out time and book the demo and do it with Clio. And I would encourage you when you do a demo, see if you can ask them to do your practice area because they have many examples ready to go.
It's pre-templated so that you
Exactly.
can see it in.
So please make
use.
sure you advocate for your own personal use. Don't let them show you a family law demo. If you're estate planning, don't do that. And then talk it out with them. Say, okay, so I'm this kind of attorney. Could it do this? Could it do that? And
Why
if,
would it help a personal injury
like
firm?
me,
There
like,
you go.
or
Yeah.
hey, these are my problems. Can you help me think of how this would help? Then if they let you do a free trial, do it, but your job is every day on the calendar. Like this is where the manual method comes in.
Go for it.
You have to go on the calendar every day and you have to tell your team, listen, we are doing a trial. Every day that somebody tries the trial of the Clio AI, you all get, I don't know, somebody bring in donuts or something, or somebody stickers, like that's very juvenile. Come up with something so that you're holding your team's feet to the fire because you got to make a decision if you're going to go forward or not go forward with the end of the trial. But if what happens to most people, and somebody just said this, and I thought this was really interesting. We ran into our friend Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish that trials were 30 days. I do. Because I feel like that would give you a lot more like real world experience if you could have a 30-day trial. If it's a 2-week trial, I know it's a short time and the burden is on you to make sure you're trying it every day. And it's just natural that you go back to your regular way of working. But that's the only way you're going to figure out if the stuff is good or not. And yes, again, I know it's an expense, but this expense is teeny tiny if you can leverage the heck out of it. And it's already in your practice management software. So yeah, we're talking about Harvey and we're talking about other things and we know about the other ones out there, but this one is in your system. So it might be advantageous for you to keep it all in one bubble. And it might give you some more questions about your workflow
I'm gonna make
too.
a
Yeah,
suggestion. You were talking about 2 weeks, not enough. So this is
I
dependent
know.
on which software
Yeah,
that you're
yeah, yeah.
trying out here. Negotiate with your rep. Talk to your sales rep and
Helps.
and say,
Okay.
I'm gonna just say it
Okay,
right
do it.
now. I'm just
You
saying
can
it.
always ask.
Yeah,
Worst thing is
they're
that they say no.
exactly negotiate and say, look, we've got X number of licenses that we may give us a couple extra weeks, give us a month
Yeah.
to really dive deep and try this out. And frankly, if you don't know every way that you could use it, reach out
Yeah.
to
Yes.
someone that
I
can
would.
help you through the trial process so that you truly know whether this is right for you or not.
I talked to an estate planning office who is trying all of it with Clio. And they said they've been using Clio for 10 years, maybe 8 to 10 years, and they're using it more and more now. And then they just tried the AI feature and they said their senior paralegal, who is phenomenal, said she was blown away and they were blown away at what it could do for their practice area. So they were using their stuff as use cases and they were like, holy cow, I hope they got it. I got to find out
Yeah,
what they're going to do. But definitely do the demo. If you don't do the demo and I find out, I don't know, it's silly. You should
no stickers for your firm.
no stickers for your
That's cool. We've got limited time left in our walkthrough here. Are there any other firms that you wanted to talk? Oh, I know one that I think would be
what did
really
you talk
good.
about?
You were talking originally about low tech,
Yes.
about making some solutions that are not AI related, things that can just help your firm
I have two
and
favorites.
grow. I bet you we're gonna pick the same one. Ready?
Ruby.
Yes. There you go.
Ah,
Ruby receptionists. Please tell.
okay.
We used to use them in the early days of
Me too.
Streamline Legal. Absolutely. We love them. Why is Ruby so important to the growing firm?
You got to stop answering your own phone.
Yes.
There are other products that exist to answer your phone. You are not one of them. You have to stop answering your phone. I'm not saying you have to stop taking calls. I didn't say that. What I don't want you to do is be the first response system when the phone rings.
The first line of defense. Yes.
If your kids call you, if your parents call you, yes.
They're not calling the work line.
No, they're
No.
calling your personal cell phone.
Yeah, exactly.
And that is a call you should take. Yes, you can be there for your clients. That's excellent customer service. I agree. But you don't have to take every call because you need to be able to be isolated for a period of time, chunks of time throughout the day, and put your head down and just get the work done uninterrupted. Okay. So Ruby Receptionist is an off-site receptionist. It's a team of individuals at a call center somewhere. I don't remember where. It doesn't matter. But your line essentially gets forwarded to them. And if you don't have a fancy phone line, if you don't have a voice over IP, they can do it with anything. They can even give you a number if you're just starting out and you're like, I don't know what to do. And you can take the number with you should you leave. Like, just check. But that's usually how it works. Anyway, so Ruby is a remarkable group of individuals that say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Simple Smart Solo. This is Ruby. How may I help you? Or maybe their name is Mary or Joe. It doesn't matter.
They
But
usually
it,
do say Ruby though,
Ruby-
which is great. Yeah, our
Okay,
like everyone was like,
sure.
how long has your employee
Forever.
Ruby been
She
working
lived
for
here.
you?
She's never retiring.
Yeah.
But it's consistency. If you ever want to self-check yourself, pick up your phone, randomly call the Ritz-Carlton. Any Ritz-Carlton. Just go on Google, find a Ritz-Carlton and call it and listen to how they answer the phone. Your law firm needs to have the same thing. Yes, there are AI agents that do this. I don't love any of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I
Not
don't.
yet.
But
Have a human.
right. So Ruby integrates with many practice management systems. So when the phone call comes in, if it ends up being a potential client, it can start using the system. So if it's Clio Grow, if it's my case, if it's Yellmatic, I don't know, there's like a billion others. They connect so that information can also be in your practice management system and not just in an email in your inbox saying that somebody called.
Which
You all know what I'm talking
more
about.
time. Yeah.
More time, more,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
stuff everywhere.
Yep.
Okay. I'm huge advocate for you gotta hire somebody to answer your phones. If you want to just start out part-time, that's fine. If you have somebody, a human part-time that works in your firm, but that person is on the phone, then you need something for rollover. So some people use Ruby just to answer the phones during lunch or at night for like an overlap, just for a couple hours. And then they may make the decision that like voicemail will catch the rest and we'll deal with it in the morning. But really cool. And then Ruby even does light intake for Clio Grow.
That's right.
And for my case and some of the other ones, it can follow your light intake procedure. So
If
that's
I remember correctly, they'll also do like scheduling into like
Yeah, yeah.
setting up the meetings, which is so important as well.
Yeah.
So I can't like I 100% agree where there are some areas where AI is wonderful and is the future of like like the drafting, document analysis. This is all wonderful, but there's some things that require a human touch.
They have the cutest stickers. Look at
God,
these.
sticker girl.
They always have the best. That's so cute.
No, like
Okay.
I do not want to overstate how important I think that it is that in a world of AI evolution moving towards that, that we have to maintain control over certain human elements along the way.
Yeah.
And at its core, the hiring of an attorney for most people out there, this is not this is a big step for them. They want to be assured by another caring individual on the other end of that phone. You should be that person eventually in the consultation. Let the first person that they hear be someone like a Ruby receptionist, if possible.
Yeah.
So
I have one other low tech kind of thing, although the company probably wouldn't like me saying that they're low tech, but this is a non-AI thing.
that's okay. We'll call them non-AI.
All right. And I was gonna skip this and then I was watching them do their pitch and I was like, I should tell people about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
So for those of you that are small law firms, at some point, some of you purchase copiers and scanners and it's part of your workflow. People come in with paper documents and unfortunately you have to deal with that. It's just, it happens. I get it. You ask people to upload things to a portal. The majority of them will if they can. But yes, sometimes people just walk in with a stack of paper and we're gonna have to have a way to deal with that. So there is a product called ScanSnap.
Yeah.
ScanSnap's been around for a long time. There are big ScanSnaps that are like the size of 2 loaves of bread.
Oh, we
And
have
then
one of
there are
those.
tiny. I have one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there are smaller ones. The bottom line is if you have multiple desks and you have a few people in your office, it's pretty inexpensive to buy a couple ScanSnaps and put them on your person's desk or right next to them on a table just to help them be more efficient. So they don't have to get up, go down the hallway. Maybe some people have offices at Regis, like these satellite offices or remote offices, and the copier, the scanner is like
Down the
50 yards away and they're going back and forth during a client consult trying to get all these documents. Okay, just get a ScanSnap, buy a couple of them, put it on the desk. You can scan documents right into a Clio Matter. I know I'm talking about Clio a little too much here. We're trying to stay agnostic, but I'm going to use it as an example.
That's fine. That
But
works.
you can, ScanSnap integrates with several practice management systems. You can also integrate it directly into, I think, Google Drive or OneDrive, whatever. You can direct where the scans are actually going. So they're not just like showing up on somebody's desktop. That's the worst place to save things. But I think you can just save like right to the cloud. If you're trying to figure out like what's the answer to scanning documents, you could take one of these scan snaps and have it in your conference room. So when you're sitting there at the consult and they say, here, you say, okay, wait, before you leave, let me just scan these really quick so you have them, and then give them right back. I'm giving it right back. I'm not keeping these documents for a week. I don't want them for a night, a week, a month. I don't want boxes, like multiple boxes from multiple clients. Just thank you for bringing your stuff in.
Yep. Done.
Give it to paralegal. Somebody scans it, hand it right back to the client. Get your engagement letter signed. Take your payment. They leave, they take the originals that you don't need in this scenario with them. So low tech, but like huge mental load of we don't need all this stuff around the office.
Yeah.
So get a couple of those.
It's a great
Okay.
choice. So we're getting towards the end of things. So what we want to do, actually, you know what? I know we had a
Anthony.
couple extra on the list, but what we're going to do is we're going to save that.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to tie a ribbon on this entire webinar right
do
now
it.
by saying this. Two people are not nearly enough to go and do a full deep dive investigation into every single one of the pieces of legal tech that are coming out, not just at ABA Tech Show, but at all of the year-long variety of technical conferences that are out there, like Legal Week, like CleoCon, like so many of the other ones. What we are trying to do is to learn from you guys, our colleagues in the business, our clients that we work with on a weekly or monthly basis. Which ones are you using? We'd like to hear from you. We love to have you reach out to us. We at Streamline Legal are always making videos talking about our favorite tools that can help. And I am going to make a promise to you right now that we are more than happy to seriously, did we miss out on a bunch of
Because but we could look at it right now.
No, it's all right. You look at it while I'm
Yeah.
making, this is my big ending speech about stuff. There will be more forthcoming material from Streamline Legal. Also, if you need help, if you want to get a hold of Corinne, our Streamlined, if you need someone to guide you through this very overwhelming landscape of the AI world. Oh my goodness, we're admitting someone at the as we're saying goodbye.
It's okay.
That's okay.
They'll watch the
That's
replay
okay.
because they'll be like, this was so awesome.
Hi, Joseph. Thanks for joining us. We were literally just saying goodbye as we finished this thing up. What
We'll get you the recap.
I
We'll
promise.
get you the recap.
So what I'm saying is we would love for you to reach out to us. Let one of, whether it's Simple Smart Solo, whether it's Streamline Legal, whether it's one of the other wonderful Clio certified consultants or just legal industry consultants that are out there that can help guide you in your journey, not just in terms of AI, but in terms of anything that you could be doing to optimize your use of legal practice management software. That's what we're here for. And we want to know which are the software solutions that you are using to make your firm run like a well-oiled machine? What are your pain points? Where are you getting lost in the weeds along the way? What could you do a little bit better? Those are the things that Corinne and I love hearing. And saying, wow, yeah, maybe before you think about AI, you should think about
Like scanning the documents in boxes in your office.
earlier. Your great line was before you think about AI, maybe you should fix your AR.
Oh, yeah, I did say
That was
that.
I think
was
you should
good.
PM that thing. That was
Maybe
brilliant.
trademark that.
Point is,
Yeah.
we are here for you. Other consultants are here for you. The software companies themselves, they are here for you. No one's here just to put a product in your hand and take your money. They want to make sure that they know they're invested in your success, as are we.
Yeah.
Which is great. With that said, we can put in the show notes a little bit more about how to find us. You want to give a quick pitch and where can people find you?
I'm Simple Smart Solo. You can find me on simplesmartsolo.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, all the socials. I help small law firms that do estate planning and probate. I help them implement Clio. So if you've got Clio and you're like, we need to use this more, reach out.
Awesome. Once again, everyone, I'm David Wilner from Streamline Legal. We help law firms get the most out of Clio. We'd love to help optimize your use of legal practice management software and the entire world of AI that's coming at us like a tidal wave. We love it and we're excited about it. And we hope you got a little knowledge out of this webinar today. If you're going to watch the full recording at a later time, thanks for spending an hour with us, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Good job, guys.